The former World Federation of India chief Brij Bhushan Singh and BJP MP has now been granted interim bail. In fact, if you remember, he was summoned by the additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Harjeet Singh Jaspal to come before the court, and he had applied for bail early this morning, and we've just got news that interim bail has been provided to him. The reason why he was summoned to the court was because the prosecution felt that there was sufficient evidence to proceed against him as accused. The charge sheet has already been filed by Delhi police after 6 women wrestlers accused Singh of sexual harassment. The government formed 6-member panel led by the legendary Indian boxer MC Mary Kom, and Member of Parliament submitted its report to a government, though it was not made public. Women wrestlers have questioned the intent of the oversight panel, which has probed the sexual harassment charges or accusations against Brij Bhushan. Wrestlers have alleged that the panel was biased towards Brij Bhushan. The charge sheet, which runs into over 1599 pages, has contained statements of 44 witnesses. My colleague Ananya Bhatnagar is now joining in. Ananya, you were there in court when he had applied for bail and the bail hearing was going on. What are the conditions, if any? What are the grounds on which he has been granted interim bail?
Well, definitely, Pallavi, it was a jam-packed courtroom when this hearing actually began, and in fact, the court has now granted interim bail to Brij Bhushan Singh until Thursday. And what is very, very clear is that certain conditions, like that he cannot influence the witnesses into this particular case or tamper with the evidence, has been imposed on Brij Bhushan Singh. Apart from that, a bail bond of 25,000 each have to be paid by Brij Bhushan Singh and Vinod Tomar for securing this bail in this particular case. Remember that this is an interim bail, and on the regular bail application, the arguments would be heard on Thursday, and until then, Brij Bhushan has been protected from arrest by the court. In fact, the Delhi police also did not oppose this demand on a stronger note, and said that it's up to the court whether it's want to grant the bail or not. And in fact, it said that the only opposition it has is that strict condition should be opposed on Brij Bhushan Singh. I also have with me Anshul, our correspondent. He had been, tracking Brij Bhushan Singh from the very beginning. Anshul, you saw that particular charge sheet that was there in this particular case, almost running into 2,000 pages. What is the key aspect that comes out of that charge sheet against Brij Bhushan?
Well, if you see the manner in which the entire charge sheet has been filed by the Delhi police, there are several statements that have been made by almost 6 wrestlers who were present and protesting against Brij Bhushan Singh. There are several instances of complaints that have been mentioned in that charge sheet, but however, very interestingly, in that charge sheet, the Delhi police has not been able to find evidences for each and every complaint. For example, the victim number 1 had given at least 7 instances in which she had said that Brij Bhushan Singh had gone ahead and molested her sexually, and as well as in fact, had done mental harassment to her. But the Delhi police has been able to find only two photographs regarding only one instance in that entire matter. There are other instances that have been mentioned in the same way, but yes, the evidences that has been found by the Delhi police, those evidences are not for each and every complaint. In fact, the Delhi police, as we have been reporting on this, the investigation is still ongoing, and we can expect another charge sheet or a supplementary charge sheet could be filed in this entire matter, because there are instances where the wrestlers have said that instances had happened in places like Kyrgyzstan, and hence the Delhi police has written to those countries to provide them with requisite evidences. Those evidences have still not been received by the Delhi police, and hence the investigation is still on. But yes, the manner in which the entire arguments that happened today, that is something that is very, very interesting, because you see the Delhi police did not actually go ahead and oppose the bail of Brij Bhushan Singh, and in fact just asked to impose some more terms in the bail bond. So yes, those terms have been imposed on Brij Bhushan Singh, but yes, over the last 3 months he was not arrested, because the kind of charges that were made against him, and you will know it better, Ananya, that the kind of charges that were made against him, that did not mean an immediate arrest, and hence Brij Bhushan Singh was enjoying the free run, and today he has gotten this interim bail for 2 more days, and this is being seen as a massive success and massive victory for the side of Brij Bhushan Singh, and probably a setback for the wrestlers, because they were demanding since day one, they were sitting on protest, that Brij Bhushan Singh should be put behind the bars. Now this interim bail that he has been granted, this could be said as a sort of a victory for Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh.
Anshul, if I correctly remember, you almost 2 months ago, before this charge sheet had to be filed, almost 10 to 15 days before that, you had broken that, there's no kind of a corroborative evidence that is available in this particular charge sheet. And when the charge sheet also came to us, there's no kind of a CCTV footage, there's no kind of something that could actually corroborate those particular instances, apart from a little CDR, which are pretty obvious that they were off. In fact, the WFI office, and since he was the WFI chief, where else could have he been? So, do you think that Delhi police could be able to prove a good case against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh in this particular case?
Well, that is a very uphill task. We have been reporting on this, that how the investigation is ongoing in this entire matter, and the Delhi police has still not been able to find any sort of evidence that could mean an imminent arrest of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and that is why he is on a free run. Now, the instances that have been mentioned by the wrestlers as well, because you have to see why the entire investigation is becoming such a uphill task, because the instances that have been mentioned in the charge sheet are from the year 2013 to 2021, which the latest instance is also at least 2 years old. Now, the CDR, as you mentioned, the CDR that has been received by the Delhi police, that is of a coach. Now, one of the victims had said that she, along with her coach, had gone to the Wrestling Federation of India's office, where the CDR that has been received of the coach has mentioned his location of that exact time that he was present on that inside the Wrestling Federation of India office. So, but yes, there is no CCTV evidences. There are no permanent call data records that have been recovered. There are no photographs that prove that malicious intentions of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. At least 30 photographs were given by the wrestlers to the Delhi police for investigation, out of which only 4 have been corroborated with the instances that have been mentioned by the wrestlers. So you can see the manner in which this charge sheet has been filed. The court also did not deem an imminent arrest of Brij Bhushan Singh necessary, and hence he has been given this interim bail.
So this was, the whole crux of this particular case, how things have panned out in this particular investigation. And what is very, very clear to note at this point of time is that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has got this relief. But how much of this stands before the court of law is something that we'll have to wait and watch for.